Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. I am Ross.
And I'm Ethan. We would like to take you to the Himalayas. The Himalayas are often referred to as an abode of snow. They comprise of tall mountains, very high peaks, fast-flowing rivers and beautiful valleys accompanying those rivers. This is what comes to the imagination of every person when they hear or think about the Himalayas, and this imagination is kind of true. The Himalayas are not just another mountain range. They are mysterious, and their grandeur captures the minds of those who just get a glimpse of these mighty mountains. These mountains hide stories of unfound riches as well as of Yeti monsters all across their stretch. From Afghanistan in the east to the Myanmar in the west, they stretch across 5 countries, spanning across an entire continent.
But apart from the pristine natural beauty, there is also something else that comes to my mind when I think of the mountains. It's home. I grew up in the then tiny town of Darjeeling, nestled between Nepal to the west, Bhutan to the east, Tibet to the north, and Bangladesh to the south. Darjeeling, you might have heard of this name. It might be familiar to you from the tea or from the majestic Himalayan railways.
There is a very beautiful documentary about it. If you would like to see it, links in the description. But the focus of this video is not Darjeeling.
It's my travel to Sikkim and to especially the northern part of Sikkim. Starting in Darjeeling, which is situated high on a mountain top, lying at an average elevation of 2,045 meters, that is about 6,709 feet, is in the northernmost region of the state of West Bengal in India. We traverse alongside the curvy roads, along the mountain slope, and head downwards to the meandering Teesta River, which presents us with views of its green water and white sandy beaches.
The Teesta River originates from Teesta Khonsi Glacier, which is situated above 5,400 meters, and flows southward through gorges and rapids in the Himalayas of Sikkim and into the mighty Brahmaputra River.
And that was the exact place we were heading towards, the origins of the Teesta River. Our first stop in this journey was Gangtok, which is the capital of Sikkim.
Gangtok's early history is a bit of a mystery. The earliest records date back to the year 1716, when the hermetic Gangtok monastery was constructed. Later, it was established as a Buddhist pilgrimage site in the 1840s. And then, the city became capital of an independent monarchy, which later joined India in 1975. Today, it remains a Tibetan Buddhist center and a base for hikers. Gangtok is a cosmopolitan city with all kinds of modern amenities one would like. It has a vibrant nightlife and several nightclubs, restaurants, shopping complexes, pool parlors. Gangtok is surrounded by dense forests which are full of oak and elm trees, from coniferous green trees of the wet alpine zone to rare orchids and bamboos. This region has it all.
Gangtok takes its tourism very seriously, and it is the place where we had to organize permits and transport for our voyage further north. We are greeted by the hustle and bustle of the city and come across some beautiful architecture. The beautiful MG Marg, MG that stands for Mahatma Gandhi, as a tribute to the father of the nation, India. After resting for a night in Gangtok, we head ahead in our journey and come across some very dangerous roads and bridges. Listen to this. Crossing one bridge after the other, we were anticipating our next halt, which was a small picturesque town situated at the convergence of the 2 rivers named Lochin River and Lachang River.
The town of Chungthang, with its breathtaking landscape as a well-known tourist destination for the nature-loving and adventure-seeking tourists. Chungthang has a legend that says that Guru Padmasambhava visited this village while going to Tibet in the 8th century, and he rested on a rock where he left his footprint. Some paddy has grown near the rock, which people believe is a miracle, as it is quite impossible for the land here to grow paddy in these environments. As per the legend in Sikhism, Guru Nanak Dev visited this place while going to Tibet. There is a pious tree in the village which is believed to be grown in the place where Guru Nanak Dev had put his stick.
Standing here watching this huge lake reminded me of the times that had just passed. It was difficult for all of us, and our freedom was suddenly snatched away from us. We couldn't be at the place where we wanted to be and when we wanted to be. And that is, I believe, an important part of life. That's when I realized that we travel not to escape life, but we travel for life not to escape us. So let's take a moment and take a deep breath and feel life within us. Let's feel alive.
Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
We reached to this fairy tale of a place. Why I call it a fairy tale of a place? It is because it looks like exactly taken out of a fairy tale description. The water running down in this waterfall called the Naga Falls makes you feel like the water is flowing down directly from the heaven or from the cloud. Stopping here not to take pictures would be an act of criminal offense. And that's exactly what we didn't do. Commit a crime. We stayed there and took a lot of pictures.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
We crossed the Thangu Tunnel, which is a 578 meters long tunnel called the Thangu Tunnel.
The construction of the Thangu Tunnel was carried out by IREF engineers and was inaugurated on the 7th of June 2018. It is a double-lane tunnel, which bypasses a treacherous stretch of road, which frequently remains closed due to landslides and shooting stones. The tunnel is illuminated by LED lights, has one safety exit in case of emergencies, and has full fire safety feature with fire hydrants and a big tank for storage of water.
And after crossing the tunnel, we actually see a change in the flora and fauna surrounding the mountains. Here on, we were entering the alpine region of the Himalayas.
Why is it called the Great Himalayas? Are not all the Himalayas great? It is called so Because all the highest peaks of the planet lie in this region, to name a few: Everest, K2, Kanchenjunga, Lhotse, Makalu, Cho Oyu, and the rest among the 14 peaks which are greater than 8,000 meters. All fall in the Alpine region. This region is also called as the Himadri region, from which the name Himalaya is derived.
Our stay for this night would be a tiny village called Lachen, which you might remember from the name of the river. It was about a few kilometers ahead of us, and after an entire day of travel, we were eagerly looking forward to warm food and a cozy stay. We drove into the arid Himalayan region, which receives little rain and is mostly fed by glacial water, and we got to see snow-covered peaks for the first time in our journey.
Well, another fact which might astonish you would be that the average elevation of the Alpine region of the Himalayas is about 6,000 meters. That's not just one peak. That's the entire range, which extends over 2,000 kilometers from Afghanistan in the west to Myanmar.
With an early start to the new day, our next stop was the picturesque Thangu Valley. If you are a fan of doses then, you would be pleased to find the world's highest dosa point here.
Located at around 3,962 meters. The Thangu Valley is covered in the blanket of snow during the winter months. The village of Thangu is used as a halt by tourists heading to Gurudongmar Lake and Chopta Lake. You can trek to places like Chopta Valley, Green Lake, or Mugathang from Thangu. This place is near to the Tibetan border, hence, only Indians are allowed to visit here, while foreigners can reach to Chopta village, which is few kilometers away from here.
We stopped at a rustic tea house for having some breakfast. I came across this very strange creature, which I call the high-altitude cat. Have you ever seen a cat go crazy for biscuits? Wasn't it dogs that go crazy for biscuits all the time? Maybe this was a dog living inside a cat's body. After this point, we started feeling a little dizzy, and we knew the high altitude was getting to us. We were moving pretty fast and changing our altitude in a matter of hours, which generally takes days to acclimatize. I had some experience with high altitude, but I had never been so high before. You could already spot my eyes, really puffed up and drowsy at this time. Maybe it was the early hours of travel, or maybe it was the high altitude, but I could feel the difference.
I hope you had a pleasant time watching this episode. There's more adventures and fun coming in the future episodes. And it was also very enjoyable for us, bringing to you the stories of Sikkim. Don't forget to subscribe and push the bell notification for more upcoming episodes. In the next episode, we will share a fly-through of how the terrain actually looks like when you travel from Gangtok to Gurudongmar and Chungthang Valley.
Following is a teaser from Gurudongmar, and do drop a like if you plan to visit Sikkim or if you already have visited Sikkim. And let us know of your stories of the Himalayas in the comment. Stay awesome and have a wonderful time ahead.